You may believe that you're an expert at saving money, but did you know you could be wasting money without even realizing it? Even if you consider yourself to be a frugal person, there are many activities we all do on a daily basis that are a waste of time and money. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll be showing you 10 ways you're throwing money away. Before we get into the video, don't forget to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure that the post notifications are turned on so that you never miss a video from us. Without further ado, let's dive in. Number 10. Not using a high-interest savings account. A high-yield savings account offers more than just a safe haven for your money. Money in a high-yield account will increase faster than money in a typical savings account because of the greater interest rate. Even if the economic damage from the coronavirus outbreak has reduced savings account interest rates to roughly half of what they were a year ago, you can still earn more than 10 times the national average. In reality, a high-yield savings account makes excellent sense if you haven't yet developed an emergency fund or are working toward achieving a financial goal within the next 2 years. Everyone should have some cash on hand in case of an emergency or to meet some short-term financial objectives. And a high-yield savings account is the best location to put that money. Although interest rates are now hovering around 1%, this yield still outperforms the 0.06% return you'd get from a regular bank savings account. You earn money every day because these savings accounts compound interest every day, and you don't have to start with much to save over time. In general, high-yield savings accounts are a must-have financial tool if you're putting together an emergency fund or saving for a future event, such as a family vacation. You can get a better return on your money than you might in a traditional bank account, and your money is safe and accessible when you need it. Number 9. Timing the stock market. Everyone is tempted to try to time the market, whether it is the stock market, the housing market, or any other market. It's human nature to want to outsmart everyone else, and this is just the beginning of our uphill battle against the urge to time the market. Hindsight bias, sometimes known as creeping determinism, or more informally, the "I knew it all along" phenomenon, is a psychological phenomenon. It's precisely what it sounds like. People have a tendency to look back on events and think to themselves, all the signs were there. I should have expected that. Hindsight bias is a fallacy, and it's a costly one when it comes to market timing. When we examine events in the past and believe they should have been predictable, the next natural step is to attempt to forecast future events. However, there are always technical and market indicators to purchase or sell, making future predictions far more difficult than hindsight bias would suggest. Even Warren Buffett does not attempt to time the stock market, though he does have a strong opinion on the optimum price levels for individual equities. The majority of investors, on the other hand, do the exact opposite of what financial advisors have always advised them to do and lose their hard-earned money as a result. As a result, you should avoid attempting to time the market. Nobody has ever done it consistently and successfully through numerous company or stock market cycles. It's a fallacy that you can catch the tops and bottoms. It is still the case today, and it will continue to be so in the future. In fact, many more people have lost money as a result of this than have won money. Number 8. Paying checking account and banking fees. Even if you open a free account, you may have to pay to utilize your own money, which is an ironic reality of banking. Monthly maintenance costs, as well as other forms of fees, may be charged by both online and brick-and-mortar banks, which can quickly add up over the course of a year. However, you may not be obliged to pay them. The most straightforward way to avoid getting charged a monthly maintenance fee by your bank is to find one that does not charge one in the first place. There are possibilities for free checking and savings accounts. If you find an account you like at a bank that has monthly fees, the bank may provide alternatives to avoid them. This usually entails meeting certain criteria for how you manage your money. Number 7. Impulse shopping. Any purchase you make in the heat of the moment is an example of impulse buying. The majority of impulse purchases are small ticket things such as food or candy, but others are large ticket items that can be very costly, even if you don't consider yourself a shopper. You might be surprised at how much money you spend on impulse purchases. Whatever your financial objectives are, remembering them can help you stay focused, prevent impulse purchases, and get closer to feeling good about your finances. Number 6. Not paying off high-interest credit cards. A combination of tactics can be used to pay off high-interest credit card debt. Stopping any needless spending, demanding lower interest rates, and paying off the sum as quickly as possible are just a few of them. Other options could be investigated as well. If paying off high-interest credit cards is your aim, the first, and maybe the most difficult step, is to avoid adding to your debt. Then look into strategies for lowering your interest rates, allocating more money to payments, and seeking professional assistance if necessary. Number 5. Having no clear plan. To get the most out of your money and avoid costly mistakes, you'll need a strategy. An emergency fund should be part of your financial planning process, and the easiest method to develop one is through a high-interest savings account. In this manner, all of your money you put in will earn a high rate of interest, allowing you to be financially prepared for anything life throws your way. Number 4. Spending too much money eating out and entertainment. It's not only about planning and saving when it comes to personal money, it's also about spending money on things that enrich your life. This is where the concept of entertainment comes into play. The entertainment department of your budget might be difficult to figure out, especially when it's unclear what constitutes entertainment, what qualifies as entertainment, and what qualifies as non-entertainment. In any case, how much should you be spending on pleasure each month? Your entertainment money is extra by definition. You don't need it to survive, but it can make your life a whole lot easier. Your amusement fund should be made up of the money left over after you've met your basic necessities and paid yourself first. Number 3. Understanding needs and wants. Budgeting is a delicate exercise of balancing. The key to surviving day to day while still achieving financial goals is to create a budget that balances your requirements and wants. It's difficult to say what the difference is between the two. Some requirements are more straightforward to define. You'll need a place to live, clothing to wear, and enough food and water to be healthy. These are the basic necessities for survival. They're absolutely necessary. You may argue that the rest isn't necessary, but this is when the lines begin to blur. The truth is that we make many of our shopping decisions based on emotion rather than logic. Putting everything down on paper can help you figure out how to divide your income and prioritize your expenses. Number 2. Missing bill payments. Bills, bills, bills. They appear to expand at an exponential rate, and the addition of digital devices such as smartphones and tablets to our life just adds to the pile. When you notice your expenses are past due, it's tempting to slip into the trap of playing catch-up. If you're juggling a half-dozen payments with different due dates and haven't set up autopay, it's easy to forget about a credit card payment. A missing credit card payment, unfortunately, can have costly implications. The consequences of late payments are determined by the lateness of the payment and the terms of your credit card. You may be charged the late fee, charged the penalty interest rate, and your credit score may be harmed. Number 1. Missing your annual doctor visit. Are you considering skipping your annual checkup? You might want to reconsider. There are a variety of reasons why getting a yearly physical falls to the bottom of your to-do list, but scheduling one and sticking to it puts you in control of your health. You're not alone if you only go to the doctor when you're unwell. According to studies, up to a quarter of adults admitted to skipping wellness screenings and routine doctor's visits for their families owing to financial constraints. Other obstacles such as lack of access, long wait times, and busy schedules might make it difficult for many families to receive necessary preventative healthcare treatments and tests. An annual wellness test may seem superfluous for persons who are generally healthy. However, some preventative illnesses and ailments such as heart disease start tiny and don't show signs straight away. An annual wellness exam is an opportunity to improve your health through vaccines, weight management, support services, and referrals for healthy living. In addition to offering critical health screenings, our bodies change as we get older, and the chance of certain health problems rises. An annual wellness test allows you to keep track of important health indicators and make any necessary adjustments as soon as feasible. Are there other things we may be wasting money on and not realize? What's your favorite money-saving tip? Let us know in the comment section below. With this, we've come to an end. Until next time.